in the Bible where people talk about being equally yoked, and most times people use that to mean being in the same religion or the same faith. I think it's important to know that I think that transcends into a lot of other things in life. Because if the two parents can see it, because as we making these same points, if the father feel one way but the mother feel the next way, you understand what I'm saying? In these kind of situations, that could tear a family apart, from within, like cancer now, boy. So I think that unequally yoked thing doesn't mean just the same faith or whatever. I think it means with the same standards and the same principles and
worldview in a sense. And people don't pay attention to that before they form families. They just, people are willy-nilly. They just think, well, hey, right now I'm feeling feelings for you, so let me jump in and do this thing. But it's very important.
But the thing is, and I don't want to blame it too much on people, and because I think a lot of people know you have been seeing a lot of changes in how people see things now. If you understand what I'm saying, like it's a lot of people who would have. So I just go and pull a wild card here, right? It's a lot of people who might have been very leftist in their thoughts or very liberal in their thoughts, and for whatever reason now they start to feel more conservative in their thoughts or very conservative in their thoughts. So that's some people who you might have met and all look good and they think, well, homosexuality and transgenderism or whatever the case may be was wrong. And then because of how society come and things, they start to say, well, nah, I can't accept that. If you understand what I'm saying. So I think
well, I mean you could never predict how people are going to change. So people changing is that's just inevitable. But what you would hope to do, and I was telling somebody that this just the other day, I don't know if it might have been you, but no, it wasn't you. But the importance of getting to know yourself before to me, there are what we were talking about at the time was kind of like the best times to get married, and my view was to get married very, very young or in middle age, right? But the very, very young, you have to be, you can't be a feeble-minded individual because the other person that you're getting married to. Because when you get married very young, when you get married before you know yourself, before you've developed, those teething stages, that teething stage or those growing pains in a relationship, you're going to go through it with somebody. I am very different to how I was when I was 20, 23, 25. You know what I mean? So my wife, who I've been with for,
100 years.
Right, yeah. Off and on breaks, whatever. The point is, but we've been, together for quite some time. We went through that. We met when I was 17 or 18 and basically been together since, formed a relationship not long after and have grown up together. So I have seen her change, she has seen me change. Now, if we were feeble-minded individuals, the minute those changes took place and it started to bother the other party, we would have said, fuck that, this ain't worth it, press on. But we didn't. Now, the reason why I say middle age is because if you've gone through that and you don't know yourself,
right? Yeah.
Now you could find somebody,
and you could kind of weather whatever storm.
Where you're likely to have less storms because now you know who you are. She knows who she is, and you all could form a union. But I think the problem comes when when you try to get in the middle of that, when you growing, because you see, when you form the love before the growing pains, then going through the growing pains is, you remembering the love that you had in the beginning. And so that could give you the motivation to push forward. But when you're in the middle there, bro, and you changing and she changing and they're trying to form, that is back and out.
You're trying to know yourself, trying to figure out yourself.
Right. Yeah. And while you're doing that now, you're trying to form a union with somebody. Buddy, I think you're that's a recipe for disaster. And unfortunately, a lot of people form families during that time. They have children and and these things tie them.
What age you say that is? That's it,
25.
25 to 30, 25 to...
I think anywhere from 23, let me say from 23 to 30. I think that stage is the danger stage. That meeting and forming a relationship with somebody at that point in time, I think that is when you're likely to run into some problems. But I think if you have that high school sweetheart thing, or you have that, kind of divorcee, middle age, rekindling love kind of thing. I think those two work, but I think trying to find somebody in the middle is.
I think but you see, I think is also because people studying now here what's going on. If I wait till 30 something, more than likely the person are going to have a child mother or a child father.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I quite bad. I don't want to deal with that drama. I don't want to deal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people study that, so they try to lock it in early. And then you see between 18 to 23, 18 to 25, they want to live their life.
They want to live their life.
Yeah.
Right. That is why I think causes the biggest set of problems. That stage is when a lot of people want to get wild. Probably from 18 straight to 25. If so young, some people want to play till they're dead. But 18 to 25, they're fine. To tie down, that's great. That's the best time. I should all day, fighting wild. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I think that's the problem when you do that, and then you come at 25 now, and you're looking to get serious, or between 25 and 30, you're looking to get serious. It's running into problems. So, I mean, listen, you can't plan out your life, but if I had to give my children advice, I would say, listen, when you find somebody, don't study how old he is, don't study how much, how what people say you're supposed to be doing at this time. If you find somebody that makes life seem meaningful for you, hold on to them, please.
I just tell everybody, wait till you reach 30 to make the decision. If you find a person and you're living good and whatever, cool. But wait till you cross 30 to make the decision.
Well, I mean, you don't have to get married at 18, eh?
Yeah, I know. But I tell them wait till you cross 30 to make those serious decisions. Whether they be children, whether they be marriage.
Yeah.
Wait till you reach, I mean, some people think the biological clock ticking, but I tell you don't want the divorce clock to be ticking or the child father and child mother clock to be ticking. So here what's going on. You meet the person or enjoy all their life. You understand what I'm saying? Get to know yourself. So even if you meet, as they say, at 17, 18, 19, or whatever the case may be, go through that phase, go through your 20s, right? Make sure all the building, you're building for yourself, that person building for themselves.
Right.
Those are to commit yourself to at that stage, trying to build each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you if it go wrong, and you don't want to hitch your wagon to somebody else. You want to form yourself first.
Yeah. And I tell them, make the decision after 30, let 30 hit, and then start to consider, okay, I wonder if it's marriage I want to do, I wonder, if we married and children and whatever the case may be. Yeah, but that's some deep conversation there.
Somebody was telling me the other day, I listened to the podcast, was telling me we should talk about more relationship things. So I guess this would please her.
But I guess we're given more relationship thing from our man's perspective, because the reason I just hesitate is because when it comes to relationship things, I always want a woman's angle as well now, because obviously.
Well, I mean, I guess, but I mean. If you want to have a fulfilling conversation, but if we just
this is a man's perspective in the situation,
or my perspective, or our perspective,
our perspectives, because anyhow,